favorite thing about camp would be just being out here having fun with my friends.
Camp is just a really great place to grow mentally, physically.
Camp Laney has really helped me a lot.
I've made some of my best friends here at camp.
They're not just friends, they're my brothers.
Camp Laney's the best. I can't imagine spending my summer any other place.
Camp Laney was founded in 1959 by Coach Malcolm Laney. Coach Laney was a former coach at the University of Alabama. I was a camper under Coach Laney for 5 years. I worked on staff with Coach for 8 years, and I purchased the camp from Coach Laney in 1974.
One of the things that is rewarding and has always been rewarding is to see a camper come here who may not have a whole lot of confidence when he gets here, and to see him make friends at camp and accomplish so much at the ropes course or horseback somewhere that he didn't have a whole lot of confidence, and leave here clearly a different camper is just so rewarding to me.
Radical. I think there's a lot of pressure for kids, especially in today's age with a lot of professional athletes and people they see all over TV and social media. I think when they get to camp and they're with their friends and they're just in this place where they know they can be who they want to be, then there's such a freedom in that I think kids really enjoy.
I think that Camp Laney does a really great job of making sure kids know how to have fun. There's a lot of different ways to go about doing that, but Camp Laney has a special way of making sure kids are always seeking that type of fun out.
A typical day at camp, we wake up at 7:45. We have 4 activity periods in the morning, followed by lunch, a rest hour, and then 4 activity periods in the afternoon. We have a beautiful little river here at camp. We have a swimming pool, we have a huge ropes course with different team activities such as major sports where they can go play football and softball, archery, riflery, and horseback.
I really don't know if I could pick one activity as my favorite just because they're all so different.
And if you've never shot a rifle or never shot a bow, you can do that. Or if you've never gotten up on a ropes course, they let you do that.
At the ropes course, my favorite thing is probably the kamikaze or the zip line, just because I like feeling that rush of adrenaline you get when you're flying through the air. I love animals, so horseback's always been really fun for me.
Our horseback program is a great introduction for these kids to get used to being around horses. They learn how to groom a horse, they learn how to get on a horse, and then as they go out throughout the session, they get more advanced where they go out on trail rides and through obstacle courses.
I'm gonna say mostly the river, because they have a bunch of cool toys there. They have a big, humongous slide.
I mean, you're going fast for one thing, and the river's just great.
They have a big rope swing. And they also have these cool contraptions called hydro bikes. They're like pontoon boats, except you pedal. They're really cool.
My favorite thing to do at camp is have free time and just get to hang out with my friends.
I think one of the unique parts about our program is that these boys have choices in what they want to do. We have 3 different free times during the day where they can go around camp, whether they want to play Bombardier in the gym, pit ball, or if they just want to hang out on the porch and relax.
I just love all the different sports we do.
Snooker ball is fun just because you get to mix so many different sports into one giant game.
It's kickball, but you run the bases backwards. We put a couple twists on it.
And they get split into 1 of 2 tribes when they're at camp. Apaches and Comanches. They compete every day at major sports for points and also throughout the session with different night activities.
Some of my favorite night activities are probably skit night and the animal show because we all come together. We laugh a lot together.
My favorite night activity is
Probably final bowl party, just because that's the night that decides it all.
At the very end, last night of camp, who can win and take home the Traub Trophy.
The kids really have a lot of opportunities to develop in a lot of different fields. There's just so many different ways here for them to really find their niche.
I think one of the things the boys love is that they get to come back every year and try to earn patches at their different activities, whether it's horseback, archery, riflery, or at adventure sports where they're climbing the tower and the bouldering shed, and it's something tangible for them to remember about what they achieved at camp.
I've learned what my strengths are and what I'm good at and what I can also work on and get better at.
Having a goal kind of keeps it going, and it just makes it so much more fun.
With PA, Project Adventure, the kids come and they start on the low rope elements.
Farming.
To build character and to make sure they understand instructions, build teamwork, and then we'll put up in the air and do some zip lines and some V-swings. Some really fun stuff to get them on the ropes and get their excitement definitely getting going.
When they're at the climbing tower and the bouldering shed, they climb all these different walls, and each one is worth a different set of points. If they climb a certain amount of points, then there's 4 different patches they can earn: Sport, Cragger, Trad, and Mountaineer.
Mountaineer is when you manage to finish every single bouldering wall, every single rock climbing wall, and that's just, in my opinion, a huge achievement.
Got it. When you're standing at the top of the zip line or something and you're scared of heights or something and it's your first time doing it, it's always great to feel like all the campers and the counselors encouraging you, telling you you can do this, and that it'll be a great time once you jump off.
And then you'll love it, like you'll want to do it over and over again.
During the school year, I'll go rock climbing a lot more, and I learned that I was really good at it because camp is kind of where you find your strengths. Rock climbing has definitely taught me a lot about myself.
Every day we have morning watch.
We wake up to a bell and then we walk down to the outdoor chapel. And morning watch is where a counselor comes in and writes something and talks about like a certain lesson, like how, like sportsmanship or leadership, or just being a good Laney boy.
Being a Laney boy is really about 3 things. You got to be honest, you have to be kind, and you got to be helpful.
For me, being a Laney boy is you're always a role model for the younger campers or even other people.
It gives you good habits to carry on to when you're older. It just makes you a better person.
It's helped me with lots of lifelong lessons.
In addition to our morning watch that we do daily, we have a worship service on the middle Sunday of each session.
I think at camp, you don't have to go to a screen to find beauty, to find nature. You're in it.
It's just the surroundings. Everything is perfect.
It's always sunny and bright, but it's never like extremely hot.
If there's not lights on at night, you can see the stars. And you're always outside.
At home, you're sort of dependent on all these on video games, and honestly, you don't even miss it half the time. I know I haven't.
When you get to camp, you get to enjoy, you get to play, you get to just be outside in a beautiful place.
It's really the same stuff that kept me coming back as a camper, just the ability to get away from civilization, the ability to disconnect and to form relationships in an environment unlike any other one that we'd find in our normal lives.
The main building here at camp is Lumac Lodge. It was built in 1925 and was an old hotel for people that would come to escape the heat in the summers, and now serves as our dining hall and camp offices.
Oh, the Lord's been good to me, and so I thank the Lord.
Food is hard to beat. It's plenty.
All of it's good every single day.
It reminds me of how my mom and dad cook at home. I would have to say my favorite meal is probably the chicken and rice.
I'd have to say the hamburger steak and mashed potatoes because, I don't know, it's just so good.
One of our main goals here at camp is to keep the campers healthy and safe while they're here. We have at least one doctor and 2 to 3 nurses every session that are taking care of the boys, dispensing medication, and making sure that they're healthy and well taken care of.
I grew up coming to Camp Laney. I was a camper here, I was a counselor here, and now I've been on the medical staff for the last 5 years. I have the utmost confidence in the medical care that's provided here.
I love being at camp. I love interacting with the boys. We bring them their medicines at mealtime, so they're all together in one place. We get to know them. Nighttime, before they go to bed, after evening activities, some campers come in for evening meds, bedtime meds, and that is one of my favorite times because we get to ask them about their day and what was their favorite thing. And sometimes campers just need a hug, and we're here to provide that for them.
We want parents to know that if there's any problems that we're here for them. It's important to me. I send my son here. He's been here for the last 5 years, and know that they get the care that they need if there's any issues that come up.
It's just that holistic approach that we have, and I think the whole campus has that.
I think one of the best experiences for our boys is being able to live as a part of a group, learning how to share responsibility, to share space. It's something that they get a lot out of.
We have 16 camper cabins at camp. We have a lower camp and an upper camp. And in lower camp we have 6 cabins, and in those cabins are 3 counselors and up to 12 boys. And in upper camp, those are the older boys, we have up to 14 boys, and there are 2 college-age counselors in those cabins.
It's almost like having a big group of siblings.
Being in a cabin is awesome because if you're at home by yourself, you'd be like playing video games or something like that. But the equivalent to video games here is like playing cards with your friends.
You gotta learn to pitch in a cabin cleanup. You gotta learn to share. You gotta learn to try to get along with other people. You can't be self-centered here because it's about everybody, not just yourself.
As a cabin, we're a team. As a group, we're a team. And as a camp, we're a team.
Being at camp really shows a camper how to clean up after themselves, make sure they're respecting other people, respecting their privacy.
Our counselors are very helpful during cabin cleanup, tell us what we need to do and what we need to fix, and you can really relate to them because they've also been in your shoes at one point in time.
They know what camp feels like. They know if you're having a hard time.
Anytime you're lonely or anything, they'll always come up and be like, hey, we're playing something over here, you can come join us and it'll be great.
Say you don't know how to ride a bike, they will take it out of their free time to come and help you learn how to do it.
The counselors, I think, want you to try to face your fears and overcome them, and then also just try new things and be your own self.
I think what sets Camp Laney apart is our staff.
We're really proud of our staff. Well over half of them are former Laney campers, or they've been on staff before. And these guys go through a whole bunch of training. Some of these guys are here 2 weeks before camp starts.
I've had the privilege of helping to train the staff at Camp Laney for more than 20 years. And my approach is pretty simple. I believe that there is no greater responsibility than caring for other people's children. So I emphasize to the staff that they're everything to these boys. They are the parent, the teacher, the coach, the mentor, and the example that these boys need to grow into fine young men.
I love my job because I get to give back to the kids what my counselors gave to me when I was their age, and to know that they're sharing the same feeling that I did when I was younger is beyond words.
What is really gratifying to me now is to see the sons of former campers and former staff members come to camp each summer.
My dad and my uncle were both counselors, so that got me into it. I first went to a father-son, and I was like, wow, this place is awesome.
My dad went here with his brothers. My brothers went here, and I came here as a camper for a long time and have been working here ever since.
This is my 6th year at camp.
This would be my 7th year.
This is my 9th summer at Camp Laney.
It's my 12th total summer at Camp Laney.
We're fortunate at Camp Laney to have an experienced leadership team. I've been here 57 summers. Our associate director, Whitney Chapman, has been here 41. And I think, you know, working together for all these years helps us provide a consistently great camp experience.
Camp is something that's been special to me because it's part of my family. I grew up here, and it's a place that really feels like home.
The reason I keep wanting to come back to camp is the strong relationships that I've built with everybody here.
My friends at camp are really friends for life.
Camp Laney is the greatest and my favorite place on earth.
There's no other place really like Laney. I mean, no really other camp like Laney.